Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Now, I've had quite a few, I've just played about 10 games in this little thing, and I've just started looking at the stats in more detail each round. You know, in most rounds, you can take anything up to, say for instance, you know, to 1,000 to 1,500 per round damage, potential damage that you've taken. I mean, considering the HP of the tank's only 450, it's taken twice the HP. Pretty impressive, by any means. Now, what have we got coming this way? It doesn't mean this round. I mean, all I've got to do. I mean, I've got the premium rounds in this thing. If it's AT v AT, I'll load up the premiums, and then go through the commander's hatch. Or there's a reason every now and again to do it. But what I've found is no matter what you do, even if you use the premiums, you still make money. And you can't say that about many tanks, let's be honest. But yeah, so far, I've been quite enjoying it. I mean, I haven't had many people flank me yet, and I suppose that's when it starts getting annoying. So I'm a bit slow to the party here. I'm always slow to the party, in fact. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. But when I get there, I mean, I had another round, quite a low tier round actually, but it was quite a good round. I quite enjoyed it. I've got about 3 or 4 kills, but it was the sheer amount of tanks that I come up against and the situation I was in, and I think that was the pleasing thing about it. I was in a worst situation ever. Everyone was shooting me, and I just took out all these tanks, and it was just great. I just love it when that happens. So, park up here for a sec. We've got a tank there, but I can't shoot him. So I'm just going to roll in. I'm sort of, I'm saying top tier, but I'm up the top there, aren't I? There we go, first kill. Not bad. The gun is actually pretty accurate. I'm going to say it. It is actually pretty good. I know it's the low damage roll, but I'm thinking about going back to base, but it's probably a bit too low. Slow for me now. Back to base is probably going to be the thing to do, really. If we're fast here, we could head back straight away. We've got Hertz, we've got a few tanks there. I haven't really done much, just to be honest, to start with, so... Come on, Evie, let me have a go. Now, that's the only, I would say that's the only one downside with this tank, is obviously the sheer speed of the thing. It's just so fast. Look at that. With just a small bit sticking out there. Ninja'd that kill. Now, I'm going to go back to base, I think. So I think it's the right thing to do. I don't want to get caught out in the open here, because this is the worst thing for me, so I'm going to wait here a second. Now we've got 2 tanks going back, the 2 destroyers going there, so I'm going to go back. Uh-oh, not looking good, is it? Well, that's still going back as well. Hertz is heading that way. We've got another Hertz over there, one of theirs. They're definitely going to wipe out this PZ3 now, because I think T1 should really go back to base, really. He's made the wrong decision there. He should have really counted how many people were on the map, so T1 Heavy's probably let us down there. And I'm probably not going to make this, guys, because I am extremely slow. Now, what's T1 doing? What are they doing over there? Don't you think maybe that they've seen 3 tanks on that location, that maybe they want to head back that way? This is one thing about this game sometimes that irritates the hell out of me. People just don't look at things, their surroundings and what's going on. We're going to lose this now for these 2 tanks over here, basically. Unless this stud can get a shot on them. Nope, it's a loss. And that was all down to them 2 over there, guys. They could have turned around when I turned around. We could have got these on the cat. They should have counted as 4 on the cat. And we could have made it. So I've done my bit in that round. I mean, even with the lose, I mean, you're still, you know, making 4,000. It's not bad. Better than nothing, eh? But I mean, this is a great little tank. And if you look at them, look at the blooming armor. It's ridiculous. It's got 200 mil of armor for this tier. That's pretty bloody good. I mean, even in the sides, it's 100 mil. I mean, that's just like, what the hell? You're bouncing all over the place. But obviously, the downside, obviously, with this tank, when it is a downside, there's no doubt about that. Actually, have I got to get that gun rammer? I mean, I've got the gun rammer on there. I know it's got a 2-second fire rate, it's something ridiculous. But what I'm thinking is look, I just want it to fire even faster. You know, I just want it to fire as fast as I possibly can. Now in this round, obviously, it's going to be different. We've got like Black Princess, Tiger P, all these sort of tanks are a lot harder, but you know, you still can do alright. You can still bounce a shell from a Black Princess or a Tiger or the Jag Panther or even the KBS with that good gun it's got as well. It just, 200 mil is still a lot. It depends if they know where to shoot, and if they shoot, that hatch is so big. That's the thing, innit? If only you could just take that hatch off, you'd be alright. There's obviously other weak spots as well, but it's just the shape of it. I mean, you look at the shape of the tank, it's just like some like blobby tank, isn't it? It's just all rounded. There's no flat surfaces. On the gun mantle's rounded as well. Turret, the sides. Now, let's have a look. Which way we're going to go here? Probably go this way, really. Well, I'm going this way, not because necessarily I want to, but because it's the nearest. Because my speed is not good. Oh, I'll pop over here, have a look. You never know, might get one going around that way. Now, I'm not really a leading tank here because I haven't got the armor to do it, but no one's... Tiger's going to get Black Princess, which is good news. Oh, I can take side shots on him. I might get one in there. There we go. Now, in the latest patch update, they've increased the camo of tank destroyers. So, I'm not saying that no one can see me here, but it's better than it was before. And the other good news as well, actually, which I was really pleased about, and I'm one of the very few people to benefit from this, and that is, there we go. It's only a little whack there, but it's put them off, isn't it? Is they've reduced the damage rolls, which doesn't really, well, I mean, does it affect me? It sort of does, and it doesn't really. But the biggest thing what affects me, which really helped me out, was they've actually made it now, so they've improved the basically improved the when you actually fire it falling within the circle. And I've got a T11E4, and if you know what the gun's like on that, I'm gonna go with him. If you know what the gun's like on that, you know what I mean. And I'll tell you what, on the patch update, I had my first round, and I did 4,700 damage. And it was a fantastic round. Had another round, fantastic round. I've seen a significant change in that tank. And I think that tank now is... It's made it... I think the BL10, the BL9s, and things like that, they're the things we're going to see a big difference on. And I tell you what, brilliant. I had a brilliant round in it. I was just so pleased. I'm going to do another video on it, and you'll see what I mean. I mean, you know, all my videos, I just click on record, and you're going to see what I mean. I'm going to click on record, and fingers crossed the rounds are going to be pretty good. And you know, the amount of times you actually miss from long range, it's just got so much better. And that was one of the problems with that tank. When you get onto a map where there's like 3 or 4, you've got 3 or 4 blooming artillery units. Sure, well, that was probably an artillery shot, that one. Yeah, it was. Now, I'm not saying I'm impregnable from artillery, but... I could have had him there. But this is the sort of tank where you can have a conversation for about half an hour while you're driving, because it does take quite a while to get to places. And we got a tank up there by the looks of it. There we go, with first kill. Rolling on. Now they're on the cat, but it's not. I think we'll make this because look, we've got half the time to get there. They're already halfway there. And it looks like we've got quite a large wave going that way. I don't think I'm going to make it there, guys. It's taken me all that time just to get from here to here. Get over there, it's going to take me ages. But look, I mean, it just shows you, even in that tier game, okay, I didn't really take any hits there, did I? It was not really a good example, was it? But, you know, you can still earn some credits and survive the round. I think with these sort of tank destroyers, the Stugs and the other tanks like that, we're probably not going to make this actually, but it looks like there's quite a few on the cat. We might do. Could do, yeah, we've got a couple of big tanks going that way. Am I going to make it over this hill, do you reckon? Give it a go. Go on, son. Go on. Oh, just about. Probably wasn't the quickest route, but it was quite a big slope around that area anyway. There's only 2 of them left now. Black Princess is left on there, and a Panther, it looks like. But they've got 2,000 HP between them, which is a fair old amount. But I can take 1,500 damage, no problem. I can't wait to get over there, guys. I'm just going to roll in. This is the only, like I said, downside with the tank. Bloody slow in it. But it's... You can vary it, that's a good thing. When you've got a nice selection of tanks, you know, sometimes you can pick your WZ and fly around like a lunatic, and then you can go and pick something a bit slower, you know, and just chill out for a little bit like this. Just get the odd kill and earn a bit of cash. One of the things I've been getting a little bit annoyed about is the fact that you can't play pretty much tier 10 tanks without each round without making money. That's annoying. I wish they would make it. It's just, it does annoy me a little bit. You know, you have to have a... Because the premium account's finished at the moment. And I'm going to renew the platinums. I mean, the money's there, the gold's there. But just, you know, I ain't got time. But for every now and again when I log in, which is like every couple of days or something, every couple of games, you know, I do the +5s and stuff like that. You know, you log in and you go to your tier 10. And you have one round and, you know, you get 4 kills and do 3,500 damage and you lose 10k. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? It's just... I don't know, it puts you off playing the game, and it also, in some ways, it puts you off investing in the game a little bit. But, I mean, I love the game, I don't mind that, but I would just wish they'd make it a little bit more feasible. So, you know, maybe if you did get some kills and you did well in a round, that actually, you know what, you can continue. You can, you know what I mean? You can play the tank. I mean, the IS-3, you can get away with it, and tanks like that, but there is quite a few tanks you can get away with it, but... The ones I actually want to play, obviously the T110E4 now, because the updates, it's made a significant difference. You know, I actually want to play the tank, and it's like, well, why should I go for a premium account on the basis that I just want to have a few games every now and again? Do you know what I mean, I don't mind spending my in-game cash, but the problem is I'm actually at the Tiger 2 now, so I can buy that. I've got the Black Princess, I need to buy that. I've got about 4 tanks I need to buy, so I need about 25 million. Do you know what I mean? Just to buy all these tanks. So logging in and using the tank, you know, you want your nice tank and then getting a couple of kills and losing money, it's a bit heartbreaking because I'm, you know, battling out. I'm going to go for the next tank off this one, obviously. I think it's the AT-7, I think it is. I'll have to check. We'll check on the next round.
Time to roll out.
And I'm going to go this way. It sort of makes logical sense, doesn't it, for me to go this way. 1, I'm nearer. 2, I've got the armor, and it's sort of that alleyway sort of scenario. Looks like we've got no tanks coming with us. Oh god, later. Really, guys? 2 tanks? Just ask them. Oh my god. Sometimes you just think to yourself, God, please, someone help us. Just going to go. I mean, if I die, guys, I die. I'm not going to go just follow the other guys. Because if we don't go this way, they're just going to end up capping out in a couple of seconds. Let's just hope these 2 guys here are bloody good. Might have to load up some premiums as well. I'm expecting to see more than 1 tank here, clearly. Not a great start. He's already taking damage. His KV's doing alright. He's eating away at him. Let's hope I bounce.
Track hit. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration successful. Everyone get out.
Oh dear. Well, that was imminent, guys. Anyway, look how many tanks went that way. It was like a... That was a bad team. That was probably one of the worst ones I've had for a while. Because everyone knows, we all know the tanks go that way. Why do that? I just don't get it sometimes. Maybe these guys are going to survive. So look, they're doing alright actually, with all fairness.
The turret ring is damaged.
I don't think they're going to survive this somehow.
The radio man is down. We can only signal nearby vehicles.
Plus the fact that it looks like they might have had their artillery unit down the end as well, hitting us I think. Because I think I took an artillery shell while I was there as well. He's doing alright. No chance. It was just generally a bad team in that round, wasn't it? Well, we don't need to watch the rest of this, do we? It's quite clearly going to be a game over scenario. And sometimes, as soon as the round starts, you know, didn't you? You're just going to lose because I just don't get it. This is what I'm saying. A lot of these people who play the game just, I don't know, they don't realise it's actually about playing as a team. And you play as a team and you win, right? You play to save your tank or to, you know, for any other reason, you're going to lose. So why don't we actually look at these vehicle details? Just have to compare this actually to, if we go to the tech tree, the next one after that is, there we are. Let's take a look at this. And this. We compare them. So, well, obviously the first thing that's noticeably different is obviously the hit points. It's pretty much double, isn't it? Weight load limit's the same. Engine, it's actually got slightly worse engine. Oh, that's great. Doing the same at the same speed. The traverse is actually worse. The armour is actually exactly the same. That's strange, isn't it? You would have thought it'd have been better, wouldn't you? But does it go up? Let's have a look. One after that then. Let's have a look up at the next one up. Same armour again. Look at that, look. That's very strange, isn't it, guys? It's quite surprised, actually. I didn't think... I would have thought the armour would actually got better. Well, it definitely gets better there. I mean, 228. It's not bad, is it? But things can penetrate that, can't they? Hit points, obviously, better. I think it's that end of the line. I think it is, isn't it? Oh, no, it's Tortoise. It's the last one. That's got the same actual... I think it's a lot to do with sloping as well, I think. That has a big bearance over the tank as well. And I think as we go up through them tanks... I think the experience is going to be different due to this sloping. Let's look at the map, which way I'm going to go. They're coming that way, so probably just go straight towards them, really. Quickest route, isn't it? Might as well just get stuck in. There's no point me going to the flag, because it'd take me the whole game to get there. T-80, look at that. A lot of these tanks, actually, you don't see very often. When you play all the high tiers, well, in fact, I never see them at all. The only time I actually see them when they're a scout, but you never see the Su-85B. I remember I had that little tank. Didn't really like it. The Hertz, I loved that tank. It was a brilliant tank. It was probably one of my sort of early stages favourite tank destroyers, actually. And we're all going to just, yep, that's it, guys. T-28, I'd sort of like that tank as well. Bit of a big footprint. T-25 is a good tank. I think it's a good tank because it gets tiered up well, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You're getting matched up with these sort of tanks, you know? That's his waking up. I'm very slowly move over this way. Not that I have another choice. Shame you can't... Should be able to upgrade your tank, like fit a turbo or something like that. You know, mod it. Heavy's going in there. The other tanks now. I'm going to do a bit of spotting because no one's actually come up here, which is a little bit concerning. And yep, there's a tank right in front of me. Didn't see me yet. He's now. And I've got no help here.
The loader bought the farm. Enemy is hit. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged.
Take him out.
Gotcha.
Bounces there. I took a couple of bounces there, quite a few, even in the side there, actually. Now, it looks like this one's probably going to be game over again by the looks of it. I've just got to get stuck in, guys, and help him out. I ain't got a choice. But don't do it, we're going to die. Unless we cap it out, maybe.
Enemy is hit.
Spamming that.
We just dinged him.
Probably should have gone over the premiums there.
Ricochet.
Could have one going up top, don't know yet. Yep. Not a problem.
Bounced off. Penetration. Track hit. Penetration.
One more shot, come on.
Ricochet. Got him.
There's nothing you can do. Bless him.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit.
You might get shot in here, might do if he gets lucky.
Enemy
Nope.
armor is destroyed.
I've just got to go in, guys. I ain't got a choice. Leaving to it. Took quite a few lot of hits there. I mean, this is a good example of what this is capable of. I'm just bossing in, but I haven't got time, guys. I don't have time to take the long route, basically.
Penetration.
I've just got to get stuck in and take them out as fast as I can.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Don't want to get close, guys, because if he flanks me, I'm buggered. Just waiting, guys. He might have moved on. He hasn't.
Got him. Enemy armor is hit.
I just need to take him out. I need to get over to the cap and sort this other guy out, so...
They're knocked out.
Go, 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 go! Am I going to make it? M4's only got to touch him once, please. I can do this. Now, that's what I'm thinking in this tank. This is what I always try and do now. Think about... always think he's going to flank me. He's going to flank me. Do you know, if you have that thought in your head at all times, then there's a high possibility that actually, do you know what, you're going to survive. Because that's the worst thing what can happen when someone gets behind you. And also, you need to know your tanks as well and what can penetrate you and what can't. And I knew that little tank behind me, he can do much damage to this. Not with 100mm armour on the sides. I shouldn't even need to go premium on this actually. I've got an equivalent of 1000 HP here, if you know what I'm saying. A-20, take him out, I ain't gonna worry about him. Can't worry about him. You know, the priority's got to get the one off the cap first. Even though it's taken me nearly the whole duration to get over here. There we go, he's done it. Shame he didn't get it, would have got the 6 kills, but hey look, what, still a great round. And it just sort of shows you, you know, what you can actually do in this tank, you know. I mean, even, you know, even with a small bit of HP, it's not a massive amount. I might as well just sit on the cap now, eh? No point me driving anywhere else, is there? Makes total logical sense to me as well. Although actually, let's have a look. So, I mean, look. The funny thing is now is actually my ammo rack's actually damaged, but I'm still reloading in like 3 seconds, which is in most tanks it would have been you know, horrendous. Actually, I've just noticed I haven't got a repair kit. I should repair one. I'll put one on the tank in the next round, I think. Here we do. Park up, guys. There was no way I was going to make it over to that last guy, was there, really? It took me all that time just to get here. He's going to get his 6th kill, bless him, old KV. Oh no, M4 got him. He flew in there and ninja'd it. So, that's a good way to finish a round and finish the video. And I suppose this was the round I was waiting for, just to show you, you know, what this tank can actually do. I mean, you look at the potential damage received there was 2,500. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous for a tank that's only got 450 HP in total. I mean, that's the same as, like, I mean, that's good amount of damage to take on an IS-3. So that was a very, very good example of like what the tank can do. And I made 23,000. I used a massive amount of ammunition, but I mean the ammunition supplies were only 1,000. The repairs were only 1,000. It's nothing in the grand scheme of it. So I actually get there. Steel wall, sniper, master gunner, and a first class badge as well. So yeah, I was pleased with that. I didn't do much. There was no scouting there. It was just all killing, but there's nothing wrong with that. I was generally relatively pleased with that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, great way to finish a video. And do you know what? I'm actually thinking, I don't know what you guys think, but I'm actually thinking of actually, you know, training up my crew. Because my best crew so far, I've got actually, what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I've got my best crew in my 110, right, these ones here. They're pretty, you know, they're going to be at a point now where they're, you know, relatively good. Maybe I'll get 4 skill sets out of them. And I can actually move them over to something maybe like a 34, T34. I don't know yet, or T29. I might go down that road, but, you know, because it's a good crew to have and to not use, you know what I mean? Because I use a tank, I play it every now and again. It's not a tank that I always, you know, play every day. And I think if I was grinding out something like, if we go to the tech tree, if I was grinding out maybe a different, oh, wrong one. Just select it first. I have selected it. Research. If I was going to, I'd probably go for something like the Wolverine. I actually thought about rebuying the Hellcat as well at one point. So this is the route I was thinking about going. Now I've got the T1 Heavy. I was thinking about going for the M103 and then putting the crew from the other tank. I think I can put them in there. I can put them crew inside the 103. But maybe put them in at an early stage. The only thing is, what I've noticed is, which is, oops, oh god, sorry guys. The only thing I did notice, if I wanted to put, I mean the T32 and the T29s, let's say T29 to start with. The only downside I found was the fact that I'll be actually, I mean, it's losing less crew in the actual T110. I mean, look, it's got more loaders and, yeah, just more loaders and a radio operator. Oh, that's the 105. Sorry, guys. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll be one less down. That's the only downside. What's it like in the this one here? Is it this one? How many crew they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that'd be perfect, wouldn't it, guys? So then maybe that's what I'll probably do. Maybe I'll transfer the crew over, train the crew up on the M6. I think the M6 is probably my next one, really. I mean, I've got the heavy at the moment. How many heavy? I mean, I could move them into the heavy now. I could, couldn't I? So I could actually move them into the T1 heavy now. And then at least when I get, you know, past the M6, past the 29, past the 32, past that, past this, they're going to be very highly skilled crew. And maybe that's what I'm thinking. I've just been thinking about it lately because I've recently actually got the T1 heavy. I don't think I've actually got. Have I got the Top Gun? Yeah, I've got the Top Gun for it. I haven't played that many rounds in it, but I'm going to do a video in that. But I feel like, once again, look at the crew in them, just a massive amount. It's not an issue. I mean, what I could do is just move my crew over now, train them up, and then, you know, continue from there. Which I'll probably do. But I'm going to do a video on this anyway, guys. But I just wanted to get a bit more experience in the tank first, because this is a great tank. And I just feel like, at this point, I'm not performing that well in it. And plus the fact that I still think I actually need to get the radio and the engine, because it's a very slow tank. With the current engine, I'll have to give the other one a go. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's been over 30 minutes. But look, we finished on the last game was a fantastic game for me, so I was pleased with that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.